Thank you, Ms. Ishita. Okay, so before entering the session, you can verify your attendance until the date it has been updated. So if there is any issues, you can let me know that at the end of the session. I repeat, if you haven't verified your attendance, verify it, and if there is any issues, let me know at the end of the session. Okay, thank you, Ms. Darshini and Mr. Shah. Okay, in the previous session, we were discussing about this abstraction in Java. That is, abstraction is possible via two methods. That is, by using abstract class and by using interface. So, in the session, we have seen about this abstract class. Okay, what is exactly abstract class and how to uh, use that abstract class for the abstraction. And we have also seen abstraction as just a partial abstraction that we are getting from abstract class. So while coming to interface, it is an send percentage abstraction can be attained for making an abstraction. So that is with the help of interface. So previous, as I mentioned in the previous, okay, today we're gonna see how this interface gonna help and data abstraction. So that's our topic for this session. So first interface is to attain 10% abstraction in Java. So that is a thing. And as we use in abstract class, okay, in abstract class, we know that we'll be using abstract method as well as normal method. But here it is not possible. Here we can only use interface method. That is, interface method is nothing but similar like an abstract method. So here we term it as interface method. So this interface method is exactly like the abstract method that we have. Okay, we'll not be using the word keyword abstract. Okay, that is not will be, because here whatever we declare inside the interface, okay, it is an interface method. So we cannot go with this partial abstraction. Okay, in the previous abstract class, we have initialized the normal method as well as abstract method. So that is possible in abstract. Okay, that is what a partial abstraction. But here in interface, okay, whatever you declare within the interface class, okay, everything comes under abstract or interface method. So we know that in interface method we cannot give any of fields and functions. So same thing happens here too. Okay, while coming to interface method, okay, it does not have any body. Okay, it will have only the initialization of the method. So here in the slide we can see, okay, we have created an interface animal, that is superclass animal, which is an interface class. And in that we have just given the initialization of method, that is public void animal sound and public void run. So here we can see there is no body given to any of its method. So this how we have to initialize or create an abstract that is interface class. So that is mandatory. And to create this interface method, okay, we have to use the word implements. So in inheritance, we will be using this extents, right, to inherit the properties of the superclass. Okay, we'll be using the child class extends superclass. So this is the syntax that we have used. Similarly to that, okay, instead of extends, we will be using implements. So while coming to interface, you have to use the term or the keyword implements to implement the methods which is available in the superclass or the interface class. So now we can override the method which is present in the superclass by using this child class, and that body, okay, or else the fields and methods for that overridden class can be created in the implement class, that is the subclass in which we have implemented it. So that is what they have given here. So in the previous session, we have seen this particular example using abstract class. So we have created an abstract class that is animal, and in that we have created one that is abstract method and one normal method. So public void animal sound we have kept it as an abstract method, and Okay, is it possible to have normal method in interface classes? Okay, no. Interface is an send percentage abstraction. So unlike abstract class, we cannot use the body for the fields and method functions for the class that we are taking as an interface class. So only that is possible in abstract. So that is the actual difference between the interface and abstract itself. So if you want a partial interface, that is a partial abstraction, you can go with abstract class. If you want the complete uh, abstraction, then you have to go with interface, wherein you can just initialize the normal that is interface method, and that can be overridden by using the child class that we have. So here we can see in the previous we have used this void sleep method, and we have given the actual functions for it. That is SOPZ has been given within the main class, that is super class itself. But here we can see we have just initialized two methods, that is public void animal sound and public void sleep. So that is what only present here. So we cannot create the body or else fields and functions for the method that we have created. So now we can implement this uh, superclass animal to the pig, so that we are inheriting a kind of a thing. So a class pig implements animal. So in that we are overriding the method that we have in the interface class, that is public void animal sound. In that we are giving SOP statement, that is pig says B, and we are taking this next method overriding, so that is a public void sleep, in which we have SOP Z. And in main class we are creating an object by using the subclass that we have. Okay, similar to the abstract class, okay, we cannot create an object by using interface class. So here we have to use the subclass that we have. So pig, my pig is equal to new pig. So now we are calling up the methods that we have in the subclass by using the object that we have created. So my pig dot animal sound and my pig dot sleep. Okay, the output is same that of the previous uh, model abstract class based program that we are seeing. So that is the pig says VV and Z. That will be the output for this program. The thing is, you have to understand what is the actual difference between an abstract class and an interface class. Okay, now I have one more example program for it. So give a try. What will be the output for this program? I have interface A class, and in which I have given interface methods void A, void B, void C, void D, and I have implemented two classes. Let me know what will be the output for this. Okay. Okay, as it is simple. So now we can see in interface class we haven't uh, created any fields and functions. Just we have initialized the method, that is void A, void B, void C, void D. Those are interface methods. And we're coming to the next. Okay, abstract class B implements A. So here one more thing you have to understand is, okay, in interface you can use an abstract class creation. Okay, while coming to an this coming to abstract class, okay, you can use a partial interface. So here we have used abstract class B implements A, in which we have a SOP statement, that is a void method, that is we are overriding the void C method, and we are using SOP and C. And here we are extending a class. Okay, we are using the inheritance property, so that is also possible. So class M extends B, in which we are overriding the methods of void A, void B, and void D. So that is mentioned as A, I'm B, and I'm D. That is an SOP. So here we are creating an object using the child class. So here we cannot create object with reference to A class as well as B class, because B is an abstract class and A is an interface class, so we cannot create objects for both. So we are creating the object with respect to the class M, which is the child class of B. So by creating the object, we are calling the methods that we have. That is a dot a b c d. Okay, it will be given as the output as I'm A, I'm B, I'm C, and I'm D. So these are the outputs that you will be getting. I think thus you should know that interface class can be extended by the that is inheritance classes too. That is also a possible one. So now let's see what is the actual difference between all those this abstract class and interface in Java. So the main thing is you will be using the different syntax. So here we have, while coming to abstract class, circle and rectangle, we can say it is extending as a the superclass that does shape. But while coming to interface, it is not extending, it is actually implementing the methods that we have. Okay, and interface, we know that we have only methods. So it only implements the method, that is by overriding the method that we have, it implements the method. So we have the circle and rectangle class actually implements the method which is present in the superclass, that is shape. So that is the difference between this abstract class and interface. And while coming to the type of methods, so interface can have only abstract method, that is interface methods. But while coming to abstract class, we know that okay, it can have abstract as well as non-abstract methods. And from Java 8, it can have default and starting methods also. That. And coming to variables, so we know the type of variables that is present, that is final, non-final, static, and non-static. So these are the four kind of variables that we have. Okay, and these all four can be used in abstract class. Okay, in abstract class, you can declare final variables, non-final variables, static and non-static variables. All those things are possible. But while coming to interface, only static and final variables should be given. So we cannot go with non-final and non-static variables. It is not possible. So that is a difference. Okay. And while coming to implementation, abstract class can provide implementation of the interface. So here we have seen that okay, abstract class is coming under this interface. So abstract class can provide implementation of the interface, but interface cannot provide implementation of an abstract class. Okay, it cannot provide in the vice versa way. So that is not possible. Okay, here just given between inheritance versus abstraction. So inheritance is an extension over an class, but we're coming to an abstraction. Okay, it has an implementation. So that is what they have given. And multiple implementation. So now we know, okay, while taking this abstract class, it can extend another class as well as it can implement multiple Java interface. But while coming to interface, it can extend over another Java interface only. It cannot extend over the other multiple abstract classes. So it cannot be done. It can be only done with abstract class. So that is abstract class can extend over Java class and implement other Java interfaces. And accessibility, that is, you know, about this access modifiers that we have: public, private, protected, and default. So these are the four modifiers that we have. Okay, while coming to abstract class, we can go with all the access modifiers, that is public, private, protected, default. Okay, we can use all of this. That is how we can provide that is, we are using partial abstraction, right? So for the other non-abstract classes, we can use this private, protected, to ensure we are using this data encapsulation too. So for that purpose, we can use private, protected, and default. But while coming to interface, okay, we should use only public, because you know we are just creating only the methods initialization, and that will be overridden by any other child class. So in that scenario, you cannot go with private and protected. That is, private is not exactly you cannot be used. Okay, as it coming to an implementation. So only public should be assigned, and it has a default one while coming to access modifiers of the data members of the abstract class as well as interface class. So these are the things you have to make sure. And this is the difference between what is an abstract class and interface. I hope you understood. Okay, here we have one more program. So let me know what will be the output of this. We have interface shape, that is the main interface class, and by using that we have two subclasses, class rectangle and class circle, and one main class. So let me know the output, then we can discuss in deep with the program. Great, Miss Ishita. So I mentioned area of rectangle 6 and area of a circle 6.28. So great. So now we have this interface shape, and in which we have two abstract methods or else interface method, that is void draw and double area. So these are the two method initialization we have, and that has been implemented by two classes, that is class rectangle and class circle. So in class rectangle, we have a constructor that is rectangle in length and in width, which gets the values for the length and width. So now here we have used override public void draw. So can anyone, if you aware of what is at override, because in most of the programs we haven't seen, we will just be using this public void draw, public double area. But in this program, I have mentioned at override. Do you have any idea regarding this? What is exactly an override? Okay, then let me explain. So I have mentioned that we'll be overriding the method that we have in the superclass, that is a here interface class, that is void draw and void double, that is being overridden. So it is this art override is actually an predefined annotation. So we have something called annotations. So that is like art deprecated, yeah, at deprecated, at override, at suppress warning. So at safe works, at functional interface. So likewise, we have several at override annotations, that is predefined annotations. So in few scenarios, okay, when you're here, you are actually overriding the method that you have. So in that scenario, okay, you might get a warning. So in that situations, okay, to avoid that warning, to make sure the compiler already knows, okay, we are going to override a particular method which is present, okay, we can use this at override. So it makes sure that compiler is not throwing out any kind of errors or warnings without its issue. So if it goes through at override, it will come to know that okay, we're gonna override a particular method which is present in the earlier, that is interface class. So this is how it works. So it is not like okay, yeah, you can take this at override and you can still do the program. It will compile and you'll get the output. Okay, in few scenarios you might get warnings. So for that you can use this at override. Okay, that is just saying that it is overriding a class, it is overriding class. Yes, of course, that is what it is a meaning about to the compiler. For a prior understanding of the compiler, we'll be using this at override. So in that, in this location, we are overriding the method initialize, that is void draw, and we are using the SOP statement rectangle has been drawn, and by using at override a double area. Okay, there we are giving the return statement, that is length into width. So now coming to a class circle that we have created, we have initialized the value of pi is 3.14, and we have the constructor which gets the value of radius, and same that both of the methods has been overridden, and we have given the field for it, that is SOP circle has been drawn, and for double area we have used a formula that is returning pi into radius by 2. This is the value that it will return. So now we have created an two object, that is we have created two objects, that is one is using the class rectangle, and for that we are giving the constructor values 2, 3. So length will be 2 and width will be 3. So now we need rect dot area. So from rectangle class, it will be going for the area method. So that is length into width, that is already we know that it is 2 into 3, that is 6. So we'll get the output as area of rectangle 6.0. So we'll be getting it in float value. And by coming to we have created one more object, that is circle, by using a circle class. So we have given the radius value here, constructor value is 2. That will be taken for radius. So that is 2, and pi value has been already taken, that is 3.14 into 2 into 2 divided by 2. That is nothing but 6.25. So it will return the value, that is area of circle 6.28. So this will be the output for this program. So here things that you have to understand is how exactly this interface class as this methods initialization, and this at override concept. So that is annotation concept. You have to be aware of this stuff. So this is about this program. Okay, now when we know that we have two usage of this abstraction. Okay, when and where should we use? So from the explanation that I have given, you might have understood in what are the locations we have to use abstract class and what are the location we have to use the interface class. So the first thing is when you have to share the code, that is like in the form of inheritance. So in that scenario, you can use abstract class, because we know abstract can have non-abstract classes, wherein this non-abstract class can be inherited to by the other classes. So in that scenario, when you have to share the code or else use the inheritance property, in that scenario, you can use abstract class. And when you are supposed to use this non-static and non-final fields, and that can be used while coming to abstract, because it is not possible in interface. So in that scenario, you can go with abstract class. And also when you're supposed to use this data encapsulation by using this protected and private, so we have this non-abstract classes, right? So in that scenario, we can go with abstract class. So these are the few applications. Okay, when you require this kind of applications, you can go with the abstract class. And while coming to interface, so when you need sin percentage or else complete abstraction, you can go with interface. So, and we know about this multiple inheritance, that is a diamond problem arises in multiple inheritance in Java. So to avoid that diamond problem, we'll be going with interface. But that is like, okay, two parent class is inherited by one subclass, wherein the fields and functions which is present in the two parent classes are same. In that scenario, okay, we have to we cannot actually take the same methods which is present in two parent class. So that will be becoming an error. So in that scenario, we can use this interface. So interface, we can override one particular method which is present in the parent class. So in that scenario, okay, you can use this interface in place of application of multiple inheritance in Java. So in that scenario, you can go with interface. And now when you have a specific behavior of data type, so but you're not concerned about which class implements its behavior. So in that scenario, you can go with interface. So in the abstract class, actually, you should be aware, okay, whether the which class is actually using the non-abstract class functions and fields which is present in that particular class. So you have to be aware. But in interface, that is not your concern, because everything here it is just has to be overridden. So if you want it, you will be overriding it. So you are not concerned about which class exactly implements its behavior. So that is not our concern here. So in that scenario, you can go with interface. So these are the actual applications where you have to use abstract class and interfaces. Okay, hope you have understood. If you have any queries, you can let me know. And I have mentioned about this attendance, right? So if you haven't verified, verify and let me know. Okay, in this session, we have seen about what is interface. That is exactly while coming to the application of abstraction. So that is what we have seen. And what is the actual difference between the interface class and the abstract class, and in what are the locations or the applications we can use the both. So this is what we have seen in this session. Okay, now if you have verified your attendance, let me know that in the chat. After your message, I will post the poll for this session. Okay, I can see few responses. Okay, why I'm asking this is in case of any issues in the future. Okay, you know that it cannot be changed after a week. So if you are saying after that particular time period, okay, it is not in our hands. So you have to understand that. That is why I'm asking you to let me know that you have verified it or not. Okay, guys. I can see responses coming in. Great. So give me a sec. I'll circulate the poll in the chat. And for those who haven't verified, it is the rest is up to them. Okay, guys, I'll follow in your chat. You can mention your presence in the poll. And if you still have any queries, you can let me know. If not, thank you so much for coming. You can leave. Have a great day. Okay, it is updated till 3rd April. So until the date of updation, if there is no issues, you can let me know. Okay, guys, you can leave. Have a great day.